Hi, welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review. And this week we will be doing G.I. Joe's mine detector, Tripwire. But before we get to Tripwire, let's do our weekly shout outs. First, Back to the Media, which is located on 41 South Loudon Street inside the Walking Mall. Go ahead and check them out. Their website is www.backtothemedia.com. You can follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Back to the Media. And their email is backtothemedia@gmail.com. Go there and check them out. You can get vintage video game systems, also vinyl records, vintage toys, Funko Pops, comics, DVDs, Blu-rays, cassettes, and more. And while you're in the neighborhood, check out Time Travelers Toys and Collectibles, right there also on Loudon Street at 115 South Loudon Street in Winchester, Virginia, just a couple stores down on the other side of the splash pad. You can follow them on Facebook, and their email is timetravelertoys@gmail.com. When you go in, see Charles, tell him I sent you. So let's take a look at Tripwire's file card. And as you can see, it reads mine detector, codename Tripwire. Birthplace or file name is Skoog Termite S. And his primary military specialty is explosive ordnance disposal. Secondary military specialty is demolitions. Birthplace is Hibbing, Minnesota. Its grade is E4. Text reads, Tripwire is an accident waiting to happen. He's clumsy, jittery, all thumbs, and a nervous wreck around people unless he's working with explosives. Then he's calm and collected, with the skill and precision of a surgeon. Does not matter what type of explosive, detonator, or blasting machine he's handling. He knows exactly how to make it work without missing a beat. He spent 2 years in a Zen monastery pondering the meaning of life, but he got expelled for breaking too many dishes and spilling every liquid in sight. Determined to make something of himself, of his shortcomings, he joined the army and found his calling on the grenade range. Something about setting off explosives and watching bombs bursting in the air relaxes him. Hard to believe for a guy who seems to trip over air. The quote at the bottom says, "You need to know everything there is about explosives before you ever go near them. I make sure anything that goes boom only does so when I want it to." Okay, that's his file card. Makes him sound like a klutz, but except for on explosives. But he comes with 3 little mines that are easily to take out of his backpack. All look the same. I just brought one out just for the purpose of showing it. And there's that. And he also comes with a backpack with the 2 extra mines that comes in there with it. As you can see, I just took the one out. All 3 are removable. There's the peg that goes into his back. And that little hole right there is for the attaching hose to his mine detector, which is in black plastic. And he also comes with the ever-present G.I. Joe figure stand, upraised G.I. Joe logo, codename Tripwire in the front. Let's take a look at Tripwire. He has the military green with the Flash/Grand Slam / almost every member of the Green 13 pads on his chest, arms, and thighs. Rest of his uniform is primarily green with the black visors, gray gloves, and gray boots. Let's take a look at the articulation now, where you see his head does a full 360. His arm stretched about that high. Rotate all the way around. He can bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, as well as swivel at the wrist. He also comes with the ab crunch feature, which is pretty predominant. On the earlier ones, you could actually see the ones that's not all wrapped up in the web gear. T-hook at the legs. Legs will spread about that far. Lift up to about that high. And he's double knee jointed. He's got the swivel at the ankle, which could rotate 360, as you can see, and pivot at the ankle. So let's take a look at Tripwire all geared up. Here's Tripwire all geared up. And he makes his first comic book appearance at issue number 16. And his first cartoon appearance is in the 5-part miniseries A Real American Hero, or to us G.I. Joe fanatics, the Mass Device, in part 2. He's one of my favorite characters, although in the comic book as well as the file card makes him a clumsy oaf, but in the cartoon he's pretty much normal, where in the cartoon the clumsy person is Bazooka. But I really like this figure. He was always one of my favorites. I would rank him as a top tier figure, minus the fact that he doesn't have any firearms with him, which I think would have been a good improvement for the modern era figures. And if you ever want to see a vintage version of Tripwire, check out Hooded Cobra Commander 788's channel, as well as 4MBX257. And tune in next week. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Tune in next week as we do the cartoons comic relief and clumsy person, Bazooka. So see y'all next week. Have a good week and enjoy.